Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's Keshwani, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, purchase it immediately. You will find it at mba.com. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 178, problem solving number 195. Let's take a look at it. It says, again, open the book to page 178 and read it with me. In this problem we are given a grid system here for the streets, and it says Pat walks from intersection X to intersection Y along a route that is confined to the square grid of 4 streets and 3 avenues. Let me put those 4 streets and 3 avenues. So we have 4 streets and 3 avenues. He starts at X, or she starts at X, doesn't really matter, Pat. It's very nice of them to use a neutral name. So she starts at X and goes all the way to Y. Oh, what do you know? That's very nice. All the way from X to Y. What a suspense. Question simply is, how many routes from X to Y can Pat take that have minimum possible length? Or minimum possible length. Altogether, she's going to travel 5 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. No matter which way you go, she's going to travel 5 blocks. If it's more than 5 blocks, it's not the minimum distance. You can go 2 blocks this way, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter how you go. 5 blocks is what you want to travel if you want to minimize the distance that you're going to take. It says how many different routes from X to Y that can Pat take that have the minimum possible length. The minimum possible length, as I said, is 5 blocks. The very first thing I'm going to do is, let's forget about this X and Y. I'm going to give each of these intersection names so we can talk about them. Otherwise, it's difficult to talk about them. Instead of saying going from here to there and here to there, I'm just going to give them names so that it's easier to follow my work. All right. So here we go. Let's use a different color. And I don't want to startle you, but I am about to give them name in a very creative manner. Here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F. G, H, I, J, K, L. Now before I do any of this work, let's take a look at the answer choices. 6, 8, 10, 14, and 16. Now the point is, if you are taking the real exam right now, of course in the real exam you don't have the luxury of sitting there and making all this giving this intersection name and so forth. You have to think quickly, think fast. You only have about 2 minutes per question. And you can actually do this question in 2 minutes, not a problem. This problem can be done in 2 minutes if your thinking is clear and if you know exactly what's going on there. But in the event that if you come across something where nothing is clicking, the thing to do there is to cross out what I call the impossible answers, idiotic answers, insane answers, and just pick from the remaining 2 or 3 answer choices that are there, pick one answer choice and move on. Don't waste your time, don't sweat, don't agonize yourself. There is almost always in a given question there are 1 or 2 answer choices which are simply insane. For example, here when I say insane, I don't mean necessarily insane in that sense of the word. What I mean is that let's use a different terminology. I call them suckers answers. For example, the classic sucker answer here is, well, let's see, we're told that what are we told here? 3 avenues and 4 streets. Well, I'm surprised they don't have 12 in the answer choices. I'm surprised they don't have 12 because you might have thought that 4 times 3 is what people would do. They don't have 12. So anyway, what about 16 and 6? 6 to me seems too few. It just seems too few. There are so many choices there. There has to be more than 6 ways of making a minimum route. 16 is also something that I'm not too happy about. 16 is way too many. It's way too many because even if you simply do 4 times 3, that's only 12. You're not going to have 16 possible choices. So let's see what happens. That also tells me that 14 is sort of iffy. I'm not too keen about 14 either. So if I were taking the real exam and if I didn't know what to do here, if I was stuck here, I would just cross out these 2 answer choices. I'm going to pick from the remaining 3 here. And 14 also gives me some trouble here because it's 4 times 3 is 12. You know, the 14 is too many. Well, let's do it out anyway instead of talking about it. Let's do it out. So I'm going to give the name here, which I just did here, and just follow my work, okay? So I'm going to start my journey at A. When I start my journey at A, I can go north to D, or I can go north, or I can go east. I'm going to go north first, AD. Once I reach D, I have 2 choices again. I can either go to G or E. So I'm going to point out the 2 choices here. I can either go to E or G. Now I'm at G. If I go E, I have 2 more choices, either F or H. Either F or H. So I started at A, I went to D, then I went to E, and then from there I have 2 choices, either F or H. If I go F, then there is no choice, that's it. From there I just go up north and that's it. If I go H, I have 2 more choices. I can either go K or I. That's it. So that's the end of that story. Let's look at G part. If I went A, D, and then if I continued going north to G, I would have had 2 choices, either J or H. J or H. If I went J, then there is no other choice but you just go straight to where we want to go, which is Y. If I went to H, I would have 2 choices, either K or I. So that's it. That's the scenario. Different routes if I started my journey going north. Now let's start our journey going east. So let me change the color. Let's use blue color. Let's go A, B. So if I go A to B, I have 2 choices. I can either continue my journey to C or E. I can go to continue with C or E. Now if I went to C, at that point there is no choice but to go north and finish our journey. There are no other possibilities. So we go A to B to C and keep going north, and that's it. A to B to C, and then F, I, and L. That's it, we're done. If I went E, I would have had 2 choices, either H or F. If I went F, then there is no choice. After that, just keep going north and finish your journey. If I went to H, I would have 2 choices, either K or I. And once I reach the K, of course, I go east and finish my journey. Once I reach the I go north and finish my journey, and that's it. So how many different possibilities are there? Let's count them, that's all. Let me look at the clock here, see how I'm doing. Oh boy, I'm already 8.5 minutes into it. I have to wrap it up. So I'm going to actually count them here very quickly. So I'm going to actually enumerate them very quickly to you. A, D, E, H, K, that's 1. A, D, E, H, I, that's 2. A, D, E, F, and once we reach the F, we just keep going north, that's 3. A, D, G, H, K, that's 4. A, D, G, H, I, that's 5. A, D, G, J, that's 6. A, B, C, that's 7. A, B, C, and then keep going north. A, B, E, H, K, that's 8. A, B, E, H, I, that's 9. And A, B, E, F. A, B, E, F, and just keep going north, that's 10. That's your answer, 10 possibilities here. The answer is C. I hope you found this helpful. If you wish to buy my DVDs where I show you the solutions to all the math problems, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, I am located in Connecticut, but as I always said in the past videos, it does not prevent me from going anywhere as long as you make it worth my while. In either case, send me an email if you wish to hire me for personal tutoring or wish to buy the videos. Send me an email, go to my website at www.prep4gmat.com and send me an email. Alright, thank you.